One last video in this kind of section, guys. It got asked of me a couple of months ago as to, I forget by who, so I apologise for that, but they asked where I got my information, were there any good books I can recommend for my Flames of War stuff. So as you know, I'm a World War II reenactor. Hopefully I'll have some videos at some point to kind of show off the kit and stuff like that. But the two books I can recommend to you are these ones here. So they are The British Soldier, volumes 1 and 2, from D-Day to VE Day. So it's the European Theatre of Operations, or ETO. And they're written by a French man, I think, called Jean Boucherie. Now, I picked these up in France, but they are available to buy, and they are in English. So they are essentially a kind of reenactor's Bible almost, but they're great for finding out information about this. Now, let me show you why. So they're fully illustrated, they're quite large books, as you can see, and they go through everything. So Mark 1, Mark 2 and Mark 3 helmets, paras, suggestions for colour schemes. This is all original gear they've got in here as well. Service and off-duty caps, FS caps, GS caps, regimental caps, cap badges, the types of uniforms. So what's great here is that you can see some original examples of battle dress, or BD as it's known. There's 39 pattern, 40 pattern, no, 37 pattern, sorry, 40 pattern, and the post-war 49 pattern. You see that they're not all the same colour, so you don't have to worry too much about the browns you use. You've got denims, which are very useful. You've got your other kits that's issued, like your long johns and your underdress shirt, your leather jerkin, ammo boots, camouflage. I can just state now, guys, don't go too nuts on giving troops camouflage clothing. Everyone seems to think that the British troops were issued it. They really weren't. Very few troops had this camouflage smock, which was issued to some units and mostly to some paratroopers. So be wary of that. You've got motorcyclists, you've got the armoured crews, officers, marching and battle order. It's a brilliant, I mean, what's really cool here is they've got a comparison between an original picture and a current picture with the guy wearing the same kit, but original kit, as it were. So it's a modern interpretation in full colour. I mean, we've got stuff on the Scottish troops, where the shoulder titles are, what they are, the regimental badges, where they go on the shoulders and epaulets. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant, guys. I use this as kind of a complete Bible for my work. Both reenacting and model making. If you get the chance, grab yourself a copy, because I mean, there you go. There's some Blanco battle dress webbing as well, battle webbing, which is really useful to see, along with your battle jerkin, which is very rare these days, and also your personal identity and documents. So if you're a reenactor, or if you're a World War II modeler, grab yourself one of these books. Now that's the first book. Now the second book is this one here. Now this one steers away a little bit from the idea of the individual, moves more into the unit. So what we do is we look at all the units involved in the ETO and the actual structural makeup of an infantry division. So you've got you've got 3 infantry brigades, an artillery brigade, an engineer brigade, you know, along with all your other support, and each brigade is made up of 3 battalions. And then what they do is they go through into the famous ones. Well, I say famous ones, the ones that are actually in Normandy, in the ETO. So you've got your 3rd Infantry Division, which is one of the ones I portray, with your black triangle with red triangle within it, and I portray the Royal Warwicks. You've got the 5th Yorkshires, the 15th Scottish, the 43rd Wessex, the 49th West Riding Infantry, the 50th Northumbrian, the 51st Highland, and the 52nd Lowland, the 53rd Welsh, the 59th Staffordshire. Loads and loads of divisions in there. You've also got your armoured divisions and their makeup. So I was going to be doing Guards Armoured. I'm tempted to go back and do Royal Warwicks, but I don't know yet. We'll see. So you've got independent armour brigades, ones that are not part of a division. You've got the Maker. What's really cool, the Field Artillery Regiment, you could use this for Flames of War. It's perfect. Then you've got like artillery, then you've got your different types of Royal Engineer units, Royal Corps of Signals, and the makeup of a British infantry section. This is one of my favourite pages. So it's been copied and kind of a version taken of by like Games Workshop when I did a Death Corps of Krieg version. But like, so it's an infantry section is 10 men, 7 men and 3 men. Your Lance Corporal leads this one with a Bren gun and a loader, and then the Corporal leads the rifle group, and that is 6 guys with rifles, grenades and Bren ammunition, and the Corporal generally with a Sten or rifle. Then you've got your armoured brigades. I mean, I know this is how I was going to make up my guys. Army Air Corps, different types here and here. As you can see, very in-depth. Different types of weapons. You've got your pistols, your rifles, your SMGs, your light machine gun, your heavy machine gun, your Pt5, which I've discussed before, and all this kind of stuff. It's an absolutely brilliant book, guys. It's chock full of detail, and it's just brilliant for anyone wanting to reenact or, as I say, wanting to model make. What's really useful for me, and this is how I did my vehicles, there's where you paint on your insignia for the vehicle. So it talks about, if I go back a couple of pages, where is it? So your regimental insignias and which squadrons they're from. There's so much, guys. It's a brilliant book. So grab yourself this. Now, of course, for other specific regiments such as the Warwicks or the 3rd Infantry Division, or the 49th, or even the Guards Armoured Division, there are specific books you can pick up. If you're wanting to learn about the 3rd Infantry Division, there's a book called Monty's Ironsides. The 49th Division have a book called The Polar Bears, and the Guards Armoured have a couple of books, one called The Distant Drum. Now, they are all written either by ex-servicemen or by historians, but they cover their actions during the war, which means if you wanted to paint up specific models, then you could do. For example, there is a VC winner with the Royal Norfolks, which were part of 3rd Division. I can't remember his name. I think it's Stanley Collins. I could be wrong on that. But he won the VC for seeing off an SS counterattack on D-Day, literally armed with just a Bren gun. So an incredible feat of bravery. Unfortunately, it was awarded posthumously. He was killed in action in that in that action there. But stuff like that can really inspire you. So read into your history, read into stuff like this. It will really get you inspired. If I can be of any further help, please feel free to contact me, because I'm hugely passionate about World War II and the idea we should never forget it. So getting people into the model making, I mean, you know, anything for people to remember what happened and the sacrifices made by both sides. Perfect. By all sides, I should say. It's a really good, you know, I find, you know, it's very difficult to describe. I just think it's right that we should remember. I think it's the best way of putting it. So, yeah, bit of a ramble there, guys, sorry. Hope it was useful. Any questions, give me a shout, and yeah, I'll speak to you again soon. Thank you very much for watching, cheers for subscribing, and I'll speak to you later. Bye-bye.